All right, what is going on? We are back for step 4. All right, step 4 is skip tracing. So now you've pulled your list. All right, I'm going to be taking you into REI Automator soon, showing you how we skip trace our list. But there's a couple things I want to go over with skip tracing this hurts so many wholesalers, especially people that are trying to get started in this business. I want to share this with you so you do not make those mistakes, okay? And what are those mistakes? All right, so the biggest mistake, okay, that I see wholesalers making with this is they go for the cheapest possible option they can find as far as getting the data, all right? Skip tracing their data. So what you are doing when you're skip tracing is you're taking that list you pulled, right, which is going to have mailing addresses, it's going to have physical property address that you're going after, your subject property, it's going to have all that information like that, right? But when you skip trace it, then you are getting phone numbers, you're getting email addresses, right? So now you can start texting, you start cold calling, you start emailing these prospects on the list. That's what it is. So one of the biggest mistakes I see is, they go to, there's some companies out there that have skip tracing for, 3 or 4 cents a piece. Guys, come on. How good of a record, how good of the quality, it could be the quality of that record for 3 or 4 cents. I mean, let's be real, guys. With skip tracing, I truly believe, and I have tested this, I have tested the cheapest data, the most expensive data, and you get what you pay for the most part in skip tracing. You really do. That data is key, because think about it. If you pay, a few cents versus, whatever, 15, 20 cents, right, per record, but the data sucks, then what are your chances really like to get a deal? You're wasting time, all right? You got bad data. It just doesn't make sense, all right? To what? Save a few pennies? So this is the trap that I do not want you to fall into. And it is very important to look at getting the highest quality data that you possibly can, and that is going to give you the best possible chance to get results as fast as possible, okay? So you can get results as long as you put in the work, you do all the stuff, but at the same time, it's why? And it's easy to fall into this trap when you start out as well, because you're like, man, I want to save some money, I don't want to spend too much. If you make the commitment like we talked about in the very beginning, all right, this should be a no-brainer, all right? And I'm not saying you got to have REI Automator or any of that stuff. Our skip tracing, okay, so you get phone numbers and emails in there. You get them for 18 cents. That's what we have. We flat rate it, 18 cents, and it is the highest quality data, all right, that we have been able to possibly find. We know all the data that's out there, especially in this industry, and we made sure that we went and got data from all the biggest providers, filtered it all through, made sure it's as accurate as possible, and that's what you get versus going to some of these other companies that are just going to those 3 cent, 2 cent a record companies, and then they're saying, hey, you can get this data for 10 or 15 cent whatever, but guess what? It's that same crappy freaking data that you could have paid 3 cent for, right? That someone just put a brand on it, and now you're paying 15 or 20 cents for it, right? So this data is we control this, we get it, we filter it all through. We're not going to some third party and buying their crappy skip tracing data and passing it on. This is real skip trace, high quality data, all right? So this is what you're looking for. So all right, so you get what you pay for when it comes to skip tracing. And here's the thing, did you really save money? Because you could burn days, right, of time, of energy, of effort, okay, towards crappy data, and then that starts defeating you and hurts the morale, your drive, your motivation, because you have crappy data. So how much more did that crappy data end up costing you at the end? All right, so I don't care if you don't want to get through REI Automator, that's completely up to you. At the end of the day, my focus is on you actually getting deals, so it would not be right of me not to suggest you the platform that I know gives you the best data. All right, so that would not be right of me to do that, but at the end of the day, you do whatever you want to do. I want to see you doing deals though. My goal is to make people millionaires through wholesaling houses. So if you don't have REI Automator, then do what you got to do to get the data. All right, just be very careful of where you get it from. Okay, so you get what you pay for when it comes to skip tracing. So this is step 3. I'm going to take you in REI Automator now and show you how we skip trace in there. Literally how we can have a list of phone numbers and emails within a minute, minute to a couple minutes. I'm going to show you that now. We're back in REI Automator. How is everyone doing? So if you haven't watched the last step on pulling your list, I'll show you here. This is the list that we're basing this off of. The property tax delinquent, single family properties, multifamily 2 to 4 units, not on the market, individual owner type, assessed 300,000 or less. I cover all this stuff and why in the last video. And again, if you have issues with this, just reach out to me and let me know. And I'm more than happy to help you, get your list out and get you on track. So we are in REI Automator about skip tracing, okay? So how you do this. What you're going to do is you're going to come over here and you're going to click this, right? Because you're going to export them. If you can't, I mean, obviously this is a lot. Those of you that have the regular $97 a month accounts, I would just recommend, doing what you can if you're in an area that has a ton of records. So don't stress out too much on that because it's going to take you a little bit of time anyway to get through the list. So just export what you can, but you're going to click on this right here, add to list, and it's going to add it. I know it's not going to let you add 18,000 at one time unless you have an upgraded account. So anyway, guys, the skip tracing is 18 cents. So what you're going to do is once you've added that to your list, you're going to come down here, okay, and you're going to create a custom list for that. And you can see here that basically we're just making it as simple as possible. We're going to give you phones and emails for 18 cents. And I'm going to tell you right now, and I talked about it earlier in the last video, the last step. Guys, this data and the value that it brings, having high quality data and your potential to do deals quickly and, having that accurate data just means all the freaking, it just means everything, guys. It really, really does. It makes everything so much easier. You think about if you have bad data, all the extra effort and work and potential deals that you'll lose trying to chase after deals in bad data. So this data matters, guys, and 18 cents is a steal to get, the real top shelf high quality data. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to go here, and again, this is a test account, so you're going to select your contacts, and this is a little foreclosure test list. Then this is important. So right here where it says add selected contacts, and we're actually working on this as well to just make it where you click done and it's done. So we are working on this, but right now you're going to have to add selected contacts. So that's going to show these are the ones that you're going to skip trace. Then you're going to click done. Okay, then you can choose, do you want phones? Do you want emails? Do you want phones and emails? Obviously you should want both because it all costs the same. Then you're going to click next. Then it's going to show you right here, okay, so we have 17 in there that are selected, all right. So 109 have been omitted due to being duplicates, all right, which this is huge for you guys, okay. Remember, this is a foreclosure list, so it's mostly banks and stuff like that, not pre-foreclosure. This is a foreclosure list, and this is awesome when you see this because guess what? We're not going to double charge you for anything. We're going to give you a single record and make sure, some companies will do that, so be cautious of that. But anyway, so that's selected. You place order. The next, literally with this many records, within a minute, you should have all those records in there. It is super easy, guys. And again, we are doing the 7-day free trial. We've waived the upfront fee, and you're going to get the Offer Automator feature. You're going to get all the support, all that good stuff, and I am super excited to do this for you guys because I can't stress enough how much I want to see you be successful, how much I want you following this. So if you have issues with anything, reach out, let us know, and I'm more than happy to help you, okay, and get you on the right track. So now we'll go back to the video. All right, guys, so we are back, okay? So we are back now. I hope you enjoyed that. If you're enjoying these steps, guys, make sure you drop me a like. I really appreciate it. I want to see you guys freaking be successful so bad. So look, getting back into it, let me just recap a couple quick points. All right, so with the skip tracing, all right, when it comes to the data, all right, and you can just use this for data overall, honestly, not even just skip tracing, but you are going to get what you pay for, all right? So it's not worth going down the road of buying bad data and struggling with it. So you guys, like, you get what you pay for when it comes to skip tracing. I just got to be real with you about it, right? So after that, if you don't, so some other companies, let me just give you a couple suggestions of, you know, like data that is high quality data other than outside of our software, right? Just so you know, that would be like LexisNexis, okay, IDI, TLO, okay? So TLO, LexisNexis, IDI, those are all really good data sources, all right? So I would recommend them, all right, outside of REI Automator, if you don't have that or you didn't want to get that right now. So other than that though, I would stay away from anything else out there. 100% don't do it. You're going to be wasting your money, and I want to see you actually get results and have success. So guys, those are the takeaways. This is skip tracing, all right? So the next step, we're going to actually be marketing to people. So I hope you're ready for that. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss these steps. I'm going to keep dropping these every single week, all right, and taking you on that journey to your first deal or to many more deals, whatever that is for you. So don't forget to subscribe, turn on the bell for notifications, and guys, remember, it's a lifestyle. Doing whatever it takes to do whatever you want. I love you. Peace.